Hello, everybody, and welcome to Atheist Sunday School, your one-stop shop for everything Atheist Sunday and School. So today, we have a guest.
Ooh, wonderful. Who's it this time?
Well, I think his name is Jim Majors, and I also think he's the CEO of Atheist Republic.
Ooh, those guys who are always posting polls on my Facebook feed.
Yeah, or just random questions that have nothing to do with anything.
I love those.
Great.
Yeah, so thanks, Jim, for that.
Yeah, no problem, guys. Happy to be here.
Well, we like Jim here. Jim's a cool guy. And today we are reading 1 Kings 12 through 14. It's going to be some golden calf stuff today. And obviously, I obviously completed the script for I completed the script for the golden calf video. I have recorded it, and I am in the process of editing that video. And it's going to turn out to be pretty long, 26 minutes.
26 minutes.
Yeah, going to be a very long, in-depth video.
Yeah, and I've concluded that the current method I was using to get a shiny Tauros for Lawrence, and so he could have a golden calf, because it's it'd be great. Didn't work, so I'm gonna try again.
Yeah. So let's get started with the 100-point show.
PragerU's advertising on Milwaukee Atheists.
Good.
Thanks, PragerU.
Thanks.
I guess. Well, with
And
that
here's the thing. They only get money taken out for engagement with the ad. So if you see a Prager ad, if you click on it, they're going to have less ads overall.
Whoa.
Yeah, because that's how advertising works on YouTube.
That's weird.
The opposite of what makes sense, isn't it?
Well,
welcome to YouTube.
That's
100-point show.
Welcome to YouTube. 100-point
show. All right, I got a question for you guys.
I would hope so.
There was, once upon a time, there was this Egyptian queen.
Yeah.
And she was so powerful that she just got away with calling herself king. So, what was this Egyptian queen's name? Oh, Jim looks like he knows.
Was it Nefertiti?
It was not. What is your guess?
That was my guess too. Shit.
Ooh.
Was it Cleopatra?
Also no.
Ooh. I'm gonna say it was.
It's pretty early, honestly. Pretty damn old.
King Tut.
Wow, that's a good guess. I like that guess, but no. It's I think it's pronounced Hatshepsut or something like that.
Hatshepsut.
Sure.
Absolutely, I've heard of her.
Yeah.
She's very famous.
Yeah, she's the one. And Jonah got it first in the chat.
Jonah.
So give him 100 points.
Yeah, Jonah, you get 100 points. All right. So you got a question, Ruben? While I open up my clear Mountain Dew, our sponsor for today, along with Audible and Honey.
And Facebook.
And then Facebook.
Because, that Zucker cuck, he's a great guy.
Because Facebook needs advertising. Clear Mountain Dew. Get yours at any green screen anywhere.
Yeah.
What's a good question?
DB Cisco, thank you for the 666.
Thank you, DB Cisco.
Keeping
All
that ball
hail
rolling.
The Crimson King.
Yes, keeping that
Specifically
666 ball rolling.
The Stephen King, Crimson King character.
Okay, thanks
You like
for
that guy from the tower?
Dark Tower, man.
Oh, man.
Haven't you read The Dark Tower?
No.
Wow, you're reading the Bible, but you haven't read The Dark Tower? Get your
Yeah,
priorities straight, man.
I do have my priorities straight.
Well then, Roland Deschain is the gunslinger and the main character of the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. From what city does he hail?
I'm gonna go with Las Vegas.
No.
Damn. Took a shot. What do you got for us, Jim?
Chicago?
No.
This is Boston?
No.
Ah, damn. What is it?
Gilead.
Oh.
Great.
Wow, really?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
I was close.
Yeah.
Basically.
Uh,
Jim, you have a 100-point question?
Yeah. What is the largest hate group on the internet?
I know.
I know.
I know. The answer
Lawrence?
is Atheist Republic.
It's the Atheist Republic, apparently.
According to,
According to Dean Esme or Max Colby or whatever you want to call him, whose butt I spanked last night in a debate.
yeah, that's right. I have to watch that. I was doing some stuff last night, but I am very excited to see that because Dean or Max, whatever the fuck you want to call him, is just a barrel of laughs. You can laugh at him all day, and he has no self-awareness. This guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was a regular bucket of chuckles.
Yeah. All right. So that was the 100-point show. And now announcements. Obviously, I said one already. Golden Calf video. Gonna come out this week. As in addition to this show, because this show we're gonna be talking about some golden calves.
Wow.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna get that probably on Wednesday or Thursday. So it's coming up, and it should help a lot. I think it's really good. So
I hope after all this work.
after so long, yeah.
If you didn't think it's really good, then why would you?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, also, I should probably mention this. We hit 10,000 subscribers recently.
Yeah, we hit 10,000 subscribers.
We're
Woo.
woo.
Congratulations
Insert
to
the
everyone.
kids cheering sound.
Hooray!
Awful.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Just awful.
So 10,000 subscribers. So I hope that the cat video at least gets like close to that amount of views.
Yeah, those cat videos do really well.
Yeah, if we just
Yeah.
got a picture of Chris's cat, like
It'll probably do better than most of our videos.
Ah, that's sad. It's true. He's a cute cat.
So that's the first announcement. Second one is we are getting closer and closer to our demon summoning ritual.
yes, we are.
Yeah, and actually, Landon, you asked a really good question.
Thank you, DB Cisco, for your 666 donation.
Yes,
And
thank you, DB Cisco.
Landon, you asked a really good question
I'll
about
continue
whether
on that.
we're going to have a 10K party.
Yeah, I was thinking, do you guys want to see that? Because we did a 5K party, and it didn't really
Work.
I mean, yeah, my mic was just
Not on.
not on. Well, it wasn't working. It was on,
Right.
but it was just not going.
We had double pickup. Apparently, we can't use 3 or more than 3 wireless mics at any given point with this setup because they have crosstalk. It just inherently happens, and so sometimes one will say, "I'm picking up on 2 mics."
Yeah,
or
yours is
just
picking up
one
on both
input.
mics.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Or vice versa, even. So.
yeah. So I'm. So if you guys want to see a similar thing that we did, we can bring out the wheel.
Or-
Yeah, we can
we still have the wheel.
definitely bring out the wheel.
Yeah.
The wheel
It's
needs.
been quite a while.
The wheel needs to be repaired. The wheel fell apart.
What?
The wheel wasn't
didn't
well
break.
put together in the first
It was
place.
never well put together in the first place, but just the handle fell off or whatever. Are you mad?
It was taped on.
It was taped.
I
on.
know it was taped on, but whatever. Okay. So let us know if you guys want to see a fun thing like that.
Will
We
it
can
take
make.
2 minutes to fix. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we can make that happen.
Yeah, we could bring the wheel back. We could do a different game. We could do.
We could do a different game. We could make
we
a
could do
whole other
that
thing.
where we put something in the top and it goes down
A
to one of the
pachinko
things.
machine?
Yeah, a pachinko.
That's so easy. I have like thousands of nails. Isn't there that ball filled with thousands of nails? Yeah, it's right there.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, Chris made this ball.
It's right there. It's got thousands of nails. It's a prop. It's supposed to look like a sci-fi planet.
I thought it was supposed to just be you were bored and you decided to stick 1,000 nails into a foam
We were
ball.
making Christian space adventures, and I had a
Oh, that
foam
was for
ball.
that?
Yeah, it was for that.
Oh, I thought you were just bored.
No,
We
I was
decided,
gonna
we'll
say-
use it for that.
I was going to say that's like the home planet of Ball and Yahweh. Remember?
Oh, yeah. That's right. Once we...
It's props.
Yeah.
200-point questions. 100-point show questions.
Oh, my God.
That would be a bit much, actually.
Time-consuming.
That'd be a 10,000-point show.
Yeah.
The 10,000-point show.
Or what if you just do 1,000-point questions
But
and just do 10
no,
of them?
no.
Or what if we just did one 10,000-point question?
Or what if we did a
No.
10,001-point questions?
Okay. Let's move on.
Are you sure?
Remember, Demon Summoning Drive, guys. And, it's been really weird recently with Patreon. Patreon kind of messed up. It took a while processing, and because of that, some people weren't even processed. So if you are a patron and your payment didn't go through, I guess, we're still going to, include all the stuff that we normally do. And I already sent out the shirt, and that's fine. I don't really care. So, if you are so inclined, it would be cool to get that resolved. And if you're not a patron, consider becoming one. So, I guess we're ready to get started with the Bible.
Yeah, I guess we are.
And I also have no idea what Jim's doing, but it looks really different now.
Whoa.
And
what?
What did you do, Jim? You look different.
he messed with the camera, man.
I didn't do anything with my hair.
No, I watched him change his camera. Remember, I can see that.
He just moved his camera around? Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. No problem. Don't worry about it. Jeez, you paranoid.
Yeah, don't worry about what I do.
Yeah, it's fine.
Mind your business.
I can see what he's doing. I'll let you know if it's weird later.
So Landon asks if his Patreon.
It did, yeah. I messaged everybody whose payment did not go through.
Okay.
So if you didn't receive a message, your payment went through.
And Rachel wants us to do more of that puppet show.
Maybe we can do that for the 10K thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we could do a whole one of those for 10K.
Yeah.
We could build a little cardboard stage.
Yes, that's great. That's brilliant. Amazing. We could totally do that.
It'll be like Mr. Rogers. I'll need to wear a sweater.
Yes. Wear a fucking sweater.
Wow.
Okay. Let's see. Current demon summoning fun level. We are at... I'm just rounding here because I haven't added it up. But we are almost at 500. We're probably at 480 around.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we're slowly getting there. All right. Everybody, let's hop right in to the Bible. What version do you have, Ruben?
I have the King James Version, also known as the only acceptable version.
Obviously, the only good one.
Yep.
I have the English Standard Version, otherwise known as a much superior version.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a bold claim.
What do you have, Jim? What are you using?
I got the written in the Lord's language, New American Standard Bible.
Ah, yes, American. I love those American Standard Bibles.
Well, I believe that mine is
Hold
the
on,
best
we gotta
because
subscribe. What's that? Norman something?
Yep, Norman something.
Norman, thank you for
Norman,
abandoning God.
Thank you.
Well, my version's the best because mine has unicorns.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
We also have the Holy Scriptures according to some Jews. We have the... I'm just narrowing it down. We have the new King James Version.
We also have this New Interpreter's Bible, Old Testament Survey, and the Oxford Companion to the Bible.
And Unfolding the Deuteronomistic History.
And I have everything mankind has written until now online, as far as I know.
Yeah, because he's on a computer.
Hooray.
Including probably many manuscripts that we couldn't even reasonably access in print.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not.
Hooray.
Unless we feel like spending some money.
Cool.
So, let's hop right in to 1 Kings 12.
All right, I'll begin then. And Rehoboam went to Shechem. For all Israel were come to Shechem to make him king. And it came to pass when Jeroboam,
Jeroboam.
It says Jeroboam.
Okay,
Jeroboam.
Well, whatever, it's Jeroboam. Fuck off.
It's Jeroboam.
Okay, it's fucking Jeroboam.
It literally
don't
Can we just call him Jerry?
What it says.
It literally separates.
We can't hear Jim. Or you can't hear Jim, can
by
you?
syllable in
You can?
the KJV.
Oh,
so it specifies Jeroboam.
I don't care. It's Jeroboam.
It's the KJV. You're going to get what you get.
It's fucking Jeroboam.
It force feeds you this garbage.
Okay.
Jeroboam.
Jeroboam.
I will die on this hill. Can we move on?
The son of Nebat, who was yet in Egypt, heard of it, for he was fled from the presence of King Solomon, and Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt, and that they sent and called him, and Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came and spake to Rehoboam, saying, Thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father, and his heavy yoke which he put upon us lighter, and we will serve thee. So they're like, yeah, we'll serve you. Woo, you'll treat us better than the other guy.
They're like, please don't be as big of a jerk as your dad was. And he's like, think about it.
Yeah, I guess. He said unto them, Depart yet for 3 days, then come back again to me. And the people departed, and King Rehoboam consulted with the old men that stood before Solomon, his father, while he yet lived, and said, How do ye advise that I may answer this people? And they spake unto him, saying, If thou wilt be a servant unto the people this day, and will serve them, and answer them, and speak good words to them, then they will be thy servants forever.
No, they won't.
No, they won't.
They won't be the servants forever.
No.
They gonna die.
Yep.
Eventually.
Pretty soon.
But he forsook the counsel of the old men, which they had given him, and consulted with the young men that were grown up with him.
Ah, what an idiot.
And,
Not even listening to his counsel.
And which stood before him. It's like random people. And he said unto them, What counsel give ye that we may answer this people, who have spoken to me, saying, Make the yoke which thy father did put upon us lighter? And the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, This shalt thou speak unto the people that spake unto thee, saying,
Oh my gosh, it's one of these horrible things again. How many sayings is this going to be said?
Thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thou it lighter unto us. Thus shalt thou say unto them, My little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins.
Okay.
What?
So let's talk about that a bit.
No.
So
I definitely think.
Okay, go ahead.
I think it's about just doing more work. That's what I think it is. I think it's supposed to be. It's a metaphor, I'm sure. But I think it's just about doing more work.
What are you saying about Trump's hands?
Like, have you seen? Oh yeah, about Trump's hands. Have you seen? I think there was a Family Guy skit about a lesbian curling 2 dumbbells with her fingers and like the really buff fingers.
Great. I don't
Have you
remember
guys seen that?
Maybe it's Family Guy or one of Seth MacFarlane's animated things.
It's definitely a Seth MacFarlane thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Family Guy though. I know he did this other stuff that wasn't.
Demonetized.
Oh, we're gone.
We can't just write off of Family Guy's popularity.
Darn.
We need to make our own.
So basically, what's going on here? Like he goes and consults with the elders, and they're like, well, yeah, don't be as big of a jerk as your dad was. Be nice to these people. Give them what they need, and they'll respect you. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. So he goes to his buddies, and he's like, what do you guys think I should do? And they go, tell me you got a big dick.
Yep. Basically.
Hey, I like that idea.
Okay. And now, whereas my father did lade you with a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My father hath chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions.
No shit.
Jeez.
Well, that escalated quickly.
And Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam the third day, as the king had appointed, saying, come to me again the third day. And the king answered the people roughly, and forsook the old men's counsel that they gave him, and spake unto them after the counsel of the young men, saying, my father made your yoke heavy, and I will add to your yoke. My father also chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. Who would follow this advice?
I don't know. I don't know who.
They're like, be nicer to us, and he's like, no, I want to be more mean, actually.
Just a lot meaner. And this is after he sent them away for 3 days.
Whatever
Right.
Scorpions to Whips level of escalation is.
So, guys, do you remember when you asked me to be nice to you? Okay, so let me ask you, how do you guys feel about this and scorpions?
Shit. That's not very nice.
No.
Okay. Wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people, for the cause was from the Lord,
Of course
that
it was.
he might perform his saying, which the Lord spake by Ahijah the Shilonite unto Jeroboam the son of Nebat. So when all Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered the king, saying, what portion have we in David? Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse. To your tents, O Israel. Now see to thine own house, David. So Israel departed unto their tents. But as for the children of Israel, which dwelt in the cities of Judah, Rehoboam reigned over them. Then King Rehoboam sent Adoram, who was over the tribute, and all Israel stoned him with stones, that he died. Therefore King Rehoboam made speech to get him up to his chariot to flee Israel.
So he sent this guy who, in my translation, says he was a taskmaster over forced labor.
Yeah.
He was the dude with the whip and the scorpion.
He was a collector, a collector of fees from the way I understand it. And when all these other tribes of Israel left, except for the tribe of Judah, he was like, okay, well, that's fine. You can leave or whatever, but you still have to pay. You still have to pay me. Your money for stuff. And he sends this guy out to collect his money, and they stone him to death. And so he's what he just read. He's now fleeing.
Yeah.
He's all paranoid, yeah.
Of course.
Right, because he's scared that he's next.
Yeah, it's like you're just being a huge dick to your people. What did you think would fucking happen?
Right.
So, Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day.
Yep, unto this day.
Keep rebelling, guys.
And it came to pass, when all Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called him unto the congregation, and made him king over all Israel. There was none that followed the house of David, but the tribe of Judah only. And when Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem, he assembled all the house of Judah, with the tribe of Benjamin, 180,000 chosen men.
Just so we're clear, 180,000.
Yeah.
Just so everyone's on the same page.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Which were warriors to fight against the house of Israel. to bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam, the son of Solomon. But the word of God came unto Shemaiah, the man of God, saying, Speak unto Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and unto all the house of Judah and Benjamin, and to the remnant of the people, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Ye shall not go up nor fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. Return every man to his house, for this thing is from me. They hearkened therefore to the word of the Lord, and returned to depart according to the word of the Lord. Then Jeroboam built Shechem in Mount Ephraim, and dwelt therein, and went out from thence, and built Penuel. And Jeroboam said in his heart, Now shall the kingdom return to the house of David. If this people go up to do the sacrifice in the house of the Lord at Jerusalem, then shall the heart of this people turn again unto their Lord, even unto Rehoboam, king of Judah. And they shall kill me and go again to Rehoboam, king of Judah.
So
Right.
he is paranoid.
Rehoboam controls Jerusalem, where the temple is. So in order for Rehoboam or for Jeroboam to have his people go there in order to do their sacrifices and their temple stuff, he's worried that that Rehoboam is going to gain their favor and say, hey, you guys can come and worship here, but you got to be on my side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, what he does, I find, is a really strange plan to make sure that his people don't leave his side. I thought it was a very strange plan.
Flanking.
And it sounds familiar.
It sounds familiar, yeah.
Whereupon the king took counsel, and made 2 calves of gold.
Two golden calves.
And said unto them, he's talking to the calves.
He said to the people.
Okay.
He's saying this to the people, not to the calves.
No calves, I love
Too
you.
much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Behold thy God.
Behold!
Behold!
I can't believe you just passed that over like that.
It wasn't capitalized. Usually it's
Oh. Thanks, King James.
Go on.
Behold thy gods,
Behold.
O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
Let's stop quick. Do you remember that?
I remember, yeah, two golden calves.
No. Well, there was one before, obviously, but yes, go to Exodus 32.
Exodus 32.
Yes.
When the calves lead them out of Israel.
Yeah, when the calf.
Yeah, the calves lead them out of Egypt.
And the people of Israel actually say this. It's not Aaron who says it. It's the people themselves.
Oh.
But if you find that after the calf is made, so it's pretty shortly after. You don't have to look. It's not like deep in there somewhere. But it's nearly the exact same phrase.
Yep, chapter 32:8 of Exodus. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made a molten calf, and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto, and said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
Yeah, so the exact same thing, or nearly the exact same thing. So there are 2 possibilities to explaining that.
Right, this one says behold instead of these be.
Yeah.
Which is the only difference.
It is very close. And actually, Reese, that's a good question about the ram horns. I'll just address that pretty quick. It was like ram horns, bull horns. That was always a symbol of strength.
What was the question?
They also use it as a ritual tool, and for military, they have a ram's horn that's called a shofar, which they blow into, and they have different messages.
Well, yeah,
that
but
they send
he
out.
grew horns, Moses.
In the story?
No, in 32, Exodus 32.
In
Or
Exodus?
actually, I don't remember if it was Exodus 32, but it was in Exodus. He did. We went over that. He grew horns.
He grew horns?
Yeah, we went over that.
I don't remember him growing horns.
Yeah.
Good times.
But anyways, where was I? So there are two explanations for this obvious parallel. One is that Aaron was. Oh, whoa! All right, that is quite a bit. Thank you, Landon. Let's see.
For 10% of a summoned demon, or 10% of the failure to summon a demon, or 10% being agnostic on the existence of demons, or 10% of the lack of belief in demons, or 10% of some silly nihilistic position on funding drives, or whatever.
Thank you, Landon.
Thanks, Landon. Wow, that was how much?
That was a 6660.
Wow.
10%.
That is 10%, and I got a weird animation of me hitting my head against a clipboard.
Exactly.
Nice.
So, one of the explanations for this is that that Jeroboam was actually trying to copy what Aaron was doing of this ancient tradition of bull worship.
But of course, you're going to say that this is...
It's the other way around. This was before, yeah.
Yes.
Because the high-ranking state of this guy, like his high position, he wouldn't necessarily have access to the Torah if it was written beforehand by Moses.
Right.
So, or at least good amount of it. This is pretty early, supposed to be 900s.
Well, he obviously wouldn't have access to the priest's rules. Why would he? If he's a member of the state, he's not a member of the priesthood.
They were very closely related. But we'll get to all this. But there's a lot of cool stuff.
This specifically his familial legacy wouldn't allow him to be a member of the priesthood either, would it?
I don't think so. I don't think.
He's not a descendant of Aaron.
You stole that knowledge.
So. Yeah. But anyways,
let's
go on. There's a lot of stuff that you guys are going to learn on either Wednesday or Thursday.
Neat.
Right. And he set the one in Bethel, and the other he put in Dan. And this thing became a sin. For the people went to worship before the one, even unto Dan. And he made a house of high places, and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not the sons of Levi.
And if you remember correctly, who were the ones strictly against the calf worship in the Exodus narrative?
Was it the sons of Levi?
It was the Levites exclusively.
Wow, so it wasn't the Aaronids?
No.
Aaron participated.
Oh, right.
He built the damn thing.
Right.
So the interesting thing is that this is another parallel because in the Exodus narrative, Moses calls upon the people to slaughter, their brothers and sisters and everyone if they don't follow Moses. But it was described as just the Levites being the ones to follow Moses.
Right.
They're the ones that got behind him. And it's just really interesting that here the only people who were made priests were non-Levites.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're also not of Aaron's lineage either.
Well, right.
But they're the lowest of the people. What are they? The tribe of Manasseh?
Yeah, what are they?
Yeah,
I made that joke to Eric, actually.
Oh.
He thought it was pretty funny. This Christian guy at UWM.
Oh, he's famous.
Oh, yeah, he's famous. He has had, documentaries made about him.
Yep.
Penn guy?
Penn guy.
Penn guy.
He's had a documentary made about him?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And, and Jeroboam ordained a feast in the 8th month on the 15th day of the month, like unto the feast that is in Judah. And he offered upon the altar, so did he in Bethel, sacrificing unto the calves that he had made, and placed in Bethel the priests of the high places which he had made. So he offered upon the altar which he had made in Bethel the 15th day of the 8th month, even in the month which he had devised of his own heart, and ordained a feast unto the children of Israel, and offered upon the altar and burnt incense. So obviously the calf worship thing is just a parallel to materialism and the figurative worship of human constructions.
You could do it that way, but the calf worship is more like there was calf worship everywhere in general. And
right. Well, I mean, obviously there's the anthropological reason for it, right? But there's the way that they're using it in the narrative is
they're going to be describing it as the great sin,
right?
Which was also what the Aaron's golden calf was.
Because they go out of their way to say, like, over and over again, he worshipped these things that he made, and he offered sacrifices to things that he made. So basically, treating the products of man as divine ornaments.
Well, yeah, it's just supposed to be against idolatry.
Right. Are we going to ever finish this chapter?
That was the end of it.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
All right, definitely drop a like if you guys are enjoying the stream. Share it around. We really appreciate that. And I guess we can get started with chapter 13.
Can we?
Yeah, we can.
Well, surely. Then let us proceed.
Yes.
I'm going to use the restroom.
Oh, God,
you
okay.
do that.
Fine. You have fun, don't die.
I'll try.
Okay. And behold!
Behold!
A man of God came out of Judah by the word of the Lord to Bethel. Jeroboam was standing by the altar to make offerings, and the man cried against the altar by the word of the Lord, and said, "O altar, altar, thus says the Lord." He's talking to the altar?
Yeah?
Okay. Behold!
Behold.
Just, we hear Reuben in
Yeah.
the bathroom. A son shall be born to the house of David, Josiah by name, and he shall sacrifice on you the priests of the high places who make offerings on you, and human bones shall be burned on you. So, this...
Whoa.
Yeah, pretty intense. So obviously, I'm sure most of us have heard about King Josiah and his reforms. And maybe some of us even know that part of his reforms were kill people on the altars. But I didn't know until just now that it was prophesied, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For later in 2 Kings, actually.
Yeah. So, oh boy. All right. And he gave a sign the same day, saying, "This is the sign that the Lord has spoken. Behold!
Behold!
Behold.
Behold!
The altar shall be torn down, and the ashes that are on it shall be poured out." And when the king heard the saying of the man of God, which he cried against... wait, hold on.
We now know that the incense and burnt remains of animals used on the altar pleases God,
Yes.
and is maintained in, let us say, a heap of... I'm not doing the Sorites sequence thing here.
Right.
Oh, are
Right.
you sure?
Just a heap of ashes belonging to incenses and dead animals.
Yes.
That's disgusting.
So this guy comes running up and he says all these things, whatever, and he says, you know this is gonna happen because the altar's gonna bust, and it okay, so you know that people are going to be burnt on this because the altar's gonna break. Like, seems legitimate, like a legitimate sign. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's like, it reminds me of working at McDonald's, where
Oh, that's
people
right. I
would
forgot you
get
used to do that.
would get too lazy to clean the grill.
Oh, speaking of, I got called because of a reference.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I wrote you as a reference.
Yeah, I said you were a great guy.
Wow, I am.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
That's great.
Just pulled that right out of my ass.
Good.
Great guy.
And when the king heard the saying of the man of God, which he cried against the altar at Bethel, Jeroboam stretched out his hand from the altar, saying, "Seize him!" And his hand, from which he stretched out against him, dried up, so that he could not draw it back to himself. You know what this reminds me of?
No.
This reminds me of the infancy gospel of Thomas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where Jesus just like withers this kid. I forget what the kid did.
What?
But
It was something ridiculous that normal kids do. It was just like a kid shit. I forgot what it is.
I forgot what it is too, but it was nuts.
But yeah, man. Jesus as a kid was a real jerk.
Yep. Yeah. Seriously, just killed everybody that made him angry.
So that one
And
kid.
then-
Was he that one kid from the Twilight Zone?
I don't know.
Ruben. That one kid from the Twilight Zone who
Oh,
could
yeah.
turn people into monstrosities and then wish them
What
into
is
the
it?
cornfield.
It's a Beautiful Life.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
If
This
there's a talking
entire
cross
town.
in there, then that was probably it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this whole town was under the reign of this kid because the kid had psychic powers and would just wish people into the cornfield.
Oh, that was probably Jesus.
Yeah.
As Jesus, Jesus as a
Jesus.
child would just mutilate people, and then everyone would be like, "We can't even look at it. It's so gross. Wish it away."
And here's some climax of the story.
Oh, there's
The
that.
altar was torn down, and the ashes poured out from the altar, according to the sign that the man of God had given by the word of the Lord. And the king said to the man of God, "Entreat now the favor of the Lord your God, and pray for me, that my hand may be restored to me." And the man of God entreated the Lord, and the king's hand was restored to him, and became as it was before. So, one thing I want to point out is that both Aaron and Jeroboam, after they did their big sin, everyone was threatened with destruction, basically.
Yes.
But obviously, the people, the sinners, are always saved. In the calf narrative in Exodus, the people are saved by Moses, and Jeroboam is saved by this prophet, at least in some sense. And it always turned out to be this personal, like really short-lived punishment. And that's an interesting one that I will also be going over in the video. So yeah, I just wanted to note that.
Good. Excellent.
And the king said to the man of God, "Come home with me and refresh yourself, and I will give you a reward." And the man of God said to the king, "If you give me half your house, I will not go in with you." Okay, so he's like, "I'm not going to take too much of your stuff, I guess."
No, he's like straight up. There's nothing that you could give me to convince me to be friendly with you.
Wow.
"And I will not eat bread or drink water in this place. For so was it commanded me by the word of the Lord, saying, You shall neither eat bread nor drink water, nor return by the way that you came." So he went another way, and did not return by the way that he came to Bethel. And it's interesting that this is only Bethel, right? And there was this paper I was reading that argued that Dan was just a later addition, because it appears nowhere else. And even in the destruction of the calf narrative, it doesn't appear anywhere. So it's just weird. And I'm like, that's maybe, I don't know, but it's interesting. I think actually there was a lot of Hebrew in there too, so I had Jim help me out with that one a little.
Yeah, you should just learn Hebrew.
I am gonna learn Hebrew. Damn, fucking get off my ass.
No.
Draw the alphabet.
No,
It really is a pain in the ass.
that too. Okay. Now an old prophet lived in Bethel, and his sons came and told him all that the man of God had done that day in Bethel. Oh, so there are 2 prophets, and are they gonna fight? Are we ready for
No. One took a different path. They was told to.
I know, but
Prophet
let's see.
battle.
Yeah, prophet fight.
It's gonna be like the WWE.
You lose. God said
As
you
long as
would
it's a rap
lose.
battle.
Wait, what did you say?
As long as it's a rap battle.
Ooh, yes, a prophet rap battle. That's good.
No.
I'd watch that.
No.
Maybe each of them has a hip hop dance crew to break dance.
Yeah.
It's gonna kill each other, guys.
They also told to their father the words that he had spoken to the king. And their father said to them, "Which way did he go?" And his sons showed him the way that the man of God who came from Judah had gone. You know what, guys? They know the way.
Ah,
No do it.
Yeah.
good meme from like
Good.
3 months ago.
3 months ago. Is that what it? I think it died a long time ago.
Oh, really? When did it come up? I don't even remember.
The beginning of last year.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
January of last year is
So
when
it's
that
a year
started, I
old
think.
already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It has not
Wow.
aged well.
And he said to his sons, "Saddle the donkey for me." So they saddled the donkey for him, and he mounted it. Of course he did. And he went after the man of God and found him sitting under an oak. And he said to him, "Are you the man of God who came from Judah?" And he said, "I am." Then he said to him, "Come home with me and eat bread." And he said, "I may not return with you or go in with you, neither will I eat bread or drink water with you in this place. For it was said to me by the word of the Lord, you shall neither eat bread nor drink water there, nor return by the way that you came." And he said to him, "I also am a prophet, as you are." And the
You can
angel
trust
spoke
me.
to me. What'd you say?
You can trust me. I'm a good guy.
Yeah, like, hey, I'm a prophet too.
Yeah.
Something in common. I am also a prophet as you are, and an angel spoke to me by the word of the Lord, saying, "Bring him back with you into your house, that he may eat bread and drink water." Ooh, yes, this is a prophet off. Because one of them is saying, "An angel told me this," the other one's saying, "But God told me this."
Wow.
It's a prophet off.
Ooh, we're seeing whose word wins.
Yeah.
An angel or God's?
You decide.
But he lied to him. That's the very next. And it's on the next page, which is super deceiving. I got all excited.
Jeez.
That's great.
But he lied to him. So he went back with him and ate bread in his house and drank water. Okay. Wait. Hold on. So the prophet from Judah lied to this new guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Weird, but all right. And as they sat at the table, the word of the Lord came to the prophet who had brought him back. And he cried to the man of God who came from Judah, "Thus says the Lord, because you have disobeyed the word of the Lord and have not kept the command that the Lord your God commanded you, but have come back and have eaten bread and drunk water in the place of which he said to you, 'Eat no bread and drink no water. Your body shall not come to the tomb of your fathers.' And after he had eaten bread and drunk, he saddled the donkey for the prophet whom he had brought back." This is so fucking weird. This is such a weird story. Because
Yeah, there's a lot of lying going
so
on.
I can't figure out exactly who lied to who. It seems like the prophet from Judah lied,
But he lied to him.
but maybe the
Generic.
other guy, maybe the way it was kind of worded was that the other guy, this new guy, lied to the prophet from Judah,
Okay.
and then the prophet from Judah went anyways. But it's like, why would you do that if you got this word from God? I don't fucking know. This is just weird.
You just
Right,
lied
it's,
about
it's
talking
like
to an
the
angel.
man of God versus the word of God.
Either way, it's just this entire story just, I don't know, kind of rubs me the wrong way, I guess.
It's because God is a weird voice in their head that they're both hallucinating,
Yes.
and neither of them are consistent.
Yeah.
Well, and it doesn't tell you that one of them is a false prophet because one of them would have to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, by definition, if he had false prophecies, then
And
he's
they're contradicting.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
And as he went away, a lion met him on the road and killed him.
Oh.
Okay, so that was the liar, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
The one that just got killed.
Well, no, he broke his commandment from God because the other one lied to him and convinced him to eat bread and drink water.
Okay, but if he was a prophet, you'd think he'd know that.
Well, he talked to God. That doesn't mean he's omniscient.
Well, right, but you would think that he would still, like, obey God and not do that.
Well,
even if the other guy says God told him something else.
Well, the new word of God trumps the old word of God, right?
I guess.
Well, I mean, no, I would have to say that one of them wouldn't be the word of God because unless you would say that God is contradictory.
I mean...
Yeah, I would say that.
In theory, maybe not, but this book... and his body was thrown in the road, and the donkey stood beside it. The lion also stood beside the body. And behold!
Behold!
Men passed by and saw the body thrown in the road and the lion standing by the body. And they came and told it in the city where the prophet lived. And when the prophet who had brought him back from the way heard of it, he said, "It is the man of God who disobeyed the word of the Lord. Therefore the Lord has given him to the lion, which has torn him and killed him according to the word that the Lord spoke to him." So, at this point, do you think this guy, who has already been described as a prophet, do you think he is now convinced that he's a false prophet because he has figured out that he was the one in the wrong?
Yes, he knows now. So from now on, he'll know he's dicking people over.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't listen to the voices in his head.
Yeah, the voices
maybe occasionally
are evil spirits.
Maybe he's a prophet who also hears like non-godly voices.
A prophet and a schizophrenic.
Yes, that's exactly what he is.
That's what we need these days. That won't add any level of confusion to this narrative at all.
Yeah, it's like, well, the other voice in my head says this other thing.
Yeah, which one is it, God or all the other guys pretending to be God in your head?
That would be hard to figure out.
Yeah,
honestly.
And you got to do it on your own.
Yeah. Where the fuck was I? And he said to his sons, "Saddle the donkey for me." And they saddled it. And he went and found his body thrown in the road, and the donkey and the lion standing beside the body. Still, they have not moved. The lion had not eaten the body or torn the donkey. And the prophet took up the body of the man of God and laid it on the donkey and brought it back to the city to mourn and to bury him. And he laid the body in his own grave. And they mourned over him, saying, "Alas, my brother." That's it. And after he had buried him, he said to his sons, "When I die, bury me in the grave in which the man of God is buried. Lay my bones beside his bones." Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Okay. I have no idea why.
I guess he felt really responsible.
I guess, but that doesn't help.
I don't know. Also, it's a lion. That's kind of just random.
For the saying that he called out by the word of the Lord against the altar in Bethel and against all the houses of the high places that are in the cities of Samaria shall surely come to pass. By the way, Samaria, I think that's in the land of Manasseh, technically. There was calf worship there. We know that from archaeological evidence.
This is Samaria, not Sumeria.
What? I didn't say Sumeria. I said Samaria.
Yeah. What's wrong,
You
Ruben?
said Samaria.
Yes, Samaria.
That's fine.
Not Sumer.
Sumer.
Whatever. Both of you, shut the fuck up. Okay. Gonna move on. Okay, there was calf worship there, and we know that. Let's just say that.
Are you sure?
Yes.
How sure?
Well,
Yes,
we found a cultic site. That we also found a bronze bull statue.
Who's we?
Archaeologists.
You should know their
America.
names.
I have it listed in one of the sources. Like it's like a mini something else.
Okay,
like
well,
No, archaeologists globally, most likely.
No. Anyways,
Come on,
after
guys.
this thing, Jeroboam did not turn from his evil way, but made priests for the high places again, and from among all the people, any who would, he ordained to be priests of the high places. And this thing became sin to the house of Jeroboam, so as to cut it off and to destroy it from the face of the earth.
wow.
Is that the chapter?
That is the
That
chapter.
is the chapter.
So if you guys are enjoying the stream, I'm liking it so far. We got 26 viewers. I should see 26 likes.
At least.
Because that's how this works. So yeah, if you guys are enjoying the stream, drop a like, share,
What if we see a whole
subscribe,
bunch of dislikes?
whatever. You know, are you hearing something? Some interference?
Yes, I believe I am.
Yeah, I'm getting some interference.
What's going on?
Behold, I am your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and I want to let all you heathens and sinners know that I support this wonderful episode of Atheist Sunday School. Lawrence and Reuben try their very best to bring you the true glory of the Bible, and they need your help. They have provided links to their Patreon page and other social media just for you. Once again, my name is Jesus Christ, and this is Milwaukee Atheists. The Lord is with them. God bless.
I swear, I just.
Yep.
All right, we are back. Thank you,
Whoa,
Jesus.
wow. Jesus is always on our side now.
Yeah, he is. That is so sweet. That is so sweet of Jesus.
So nice of Jesus.
Okay, I guess we can move on.
Yeah, but Chris is a lying dick. That's why Jesus doesn't mention him.
I mean, according to mythos and lore, I might be, but honestly.
We all know you are. Oh,
Thank you,
DB
DB Cisco.
thank you, Jesus. Yes, we feel the exact same way.
Jesus is just alright with me.
You said that the first time.
I said it the second time.
Can you do it
The
again?
third time.
You do it again.
Whatever. All right, so we can hop right into chapter 15, and that we're gonna pass that off to our good buddy. Or sorry, not chapter 15, chapter 14.
Oh, I screwed up.
that's
See,
it.
I asked that.
Yeah, sorry.
And then you said, no, it's fine. And here, I live edited it. Enjoy.
Yeah. Whoops. Yeah, it's chapter 14. So chapter 14 is going to be all about our good friend Jim Majors.
Let's hear it.
Okay. At that time, Abijah, son of Jeroboam, became ill. And Jeroboam said to his wife, "Go, disguise yourself, so you won't be recognized as the wife of Jeroboam. Then go to Shiloh. Ahijah, the prophet, is there," not to be confused with Abijah, the son of Jeroboam. The prophet is there, the one who told me I would be king over this people. Take 10 loaves of bread with you, some cakes, and a jar of honey, and go to him. He will tell you what will happen to the boy. So Jeroboam's wife did what he said and went to Ahijah's house in Shiloh. Now Ahijah could not see. His sight was gone because of his age and probably the diabetes from all the cakes and honey and bread.
Yeah. He has a very carb-dense diet.
But the Lord had told Ahijah, "Jeroboam's wife is coming to ask you about her son, for he is ill, and you are to give her such and such an answer. When she arrives, she will pretend to be someone else." So she's been called out already. That sucks. So when Ahijah heard the sound of her footsteps at the door, he said, "Come in, wife of Jeroboam." Why this pretense? I have been sent to you with bad news. Go, tell Jeroboam that this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. I raised you up from among the people and appointed you ruler over my people Israel. I tore the kingdom away from the house of David and gave it to you, but you have not been like my servant David, who kept my commands and followed me with all his heart. doing only what was right in my eyes. You have done more evil than all who lived before you.
Wow.
Are you sure about that, guy?
I don't know.
Wow.
I seem to remember a time when he flooded the earth because of the wickedness.
Yeah.
That was God. You have made for yourself other gods, idols made of metal. You have aroused my anger and turned your back on me. Because of this, I am going to bring disaster on the house of Jeroboam. I will cut off from Jeroboam every last male in Israel, slave or free. I will burn up the house of Jeroboam as one burns dung until it is all gone.
Wow.
Wow,
As one does.
My
burn his
verse
house on a
here.
pile of shit.
My verse here is a little different. It says, "Therefore, behold,
Behold!
Behold.
I will bring evil upon the house of Jeroboam, and will cut off from Jeroboam him that pisseth against the wall, and him that is shut up and left in Israel, and will take away the remnant of his house Jeroboam as man taketh away dung, till it all be gone."
Wow.
Pisseth against the wall. That's
Mine goes on to say, I'm interested to hear what everybody else says. Dogs will eat those belonging to Jeroboam who die in the city, and the birds will feed on those who die in the country. The Lord has spoken.
Great.
Everybody says that pretty much.
Yeah.
As for you, go back home. When you set foot in your city, the boy will die, referring to Abijah, the son of Jeroboam. All Israel will mourn for him and bury him. He is the only one belonging to Jeroboam who will be buried, because he is the only one in the house of Jeroboam in whom the Lord, the God of Israel, has found anything good. So the only person that the God of Israel has found good in Jeroboam's family is going to die as soon as she gets back.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Like,
it's
because
really
we want to make
interesting.
sure that they're all evil. Like, we can't be, destroying them. If there's somebody good, we got to get rid of him first.
Yeah.
The Lord will raise up for himself a king over Israel who will cut off the family of Jeroboam. It sounds like prophecy. Even now, this is beginning to happen. And the Lord will strike Israel so that it will be like a reed swaying in the water. He will uproot Israel from this good land that he gave to their ancestors and scatter them beyond the Euphrates River, because they aroused the Lord's anger by making Asherah poles. Ooh, Asherah. That's an interesting reference. The wife of Yahweh.
Yep.
Yeah. And the thing is, obviously these were just like worship posts, I guess.
Yes. Mine just says groves.
They were sacrifice poles. They would have they were two different poles in the temples, one for Yahweh and one for Asherah, and the sacrifices were burnt on top of them.
Oh, is that what's happening? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and he will give Israel up because of the sins Jeroboam has committed and has caused Israel to commit. Then Jeroboam's wife got up and left and went to Tirzah. As soon as she stepped over the threshold of the house, the boy died.
Damn.
Jeez, she's like, "Honey, I'm home." Knowing what's gonna happen, she went home anyways. They buried him, and all Israel mourned for him, as the Lord had said through his servant, the prophet Ahijah.
So, just to note, the names between Aaron's oldest sons and Jeroboam's sons are like almost exactly the same. So there is, I think it might be pronounced because of the J. There is, it's Abaya, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Not a Hebrew speaker. So there is also Abihu, that's the son of Aaron.
Yeah.
And then there is, I think it's Nadab is the other one.
Nadab, yeah.
And,
Nadab and Abihu were the for Jeroboam's, and then Nadab and Abihu.
no, it's Abaya and Nadab are Jeroboam.
Abijah, or Abijah?
Abijah, whatever, however you were saying it. But they have incredibly similar names, and Israel mourned for both of their deaths, specifically.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go on.
The other events of Jeroboam's reign, his wars, and how he ruled are written in the book of the annals of the kings of Israel. He reigned for 22 years and then rested with his ancestors. And Nadab, his son, succeeded him as king. Rehoboam, son of Solomon, was king in Judah. He was 41 years old when he became king. And he reigned 17 years in Jerusalem, the city the Lord had chosen out of all the tribes of Israel in which to put his name. The mother's name was Naamah. She was an Ammonite. Judah did evil in the eyes of the Lord. By the sins they committed, they stirred up his jealous anger more than those who were before them had done. They also set up for themselves high places, sacred stones, and Asherah poles on every high hill and under every spreading tree. There were even male shrine prostitutes in the land. The people engaged in all the detestable practices of the nations the Lord had driven out before the Israelites.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Wait.
Shame on you, Israel.
Yours says male prostitutes?
Yeah.
Does yours say dogs?
Mine says male shrine prostitutes.
Mine says sodomites.
Sodomites?
Well,
These were like, it was like a ritual thing. Like they would have these prostitutes in these temples, like that were like, it was like a religious thing.
Ah.
Yeah.
good old religious prostitutes.
No sex magic.
I mean, that sounds like a god that I can get behind. Get it?
Wait, Chris. I don't have my phone on me, and also this isn't scrolled up all the way, so I can't see how long we've been going. How long have we been going?
An hour and 6 minutes.
Okay. That's all I was curious about.
No worries, bro.
All right, let's continue.
Okay. In the 5th year of King Rehoboam, Shishak, king of Egypt, attacked Jerusalem. He carried off the treasures of the temple of the Lord and the treasures of the royal palace. He took everything, including all the gold shields Solomon had made. So King Rehoboam made bronze shields to replace them and assigned these to the commanders of the guard on duty at the entrance to the royal palace. Whenever the king went to the Lord's temple, the guards bore the shields, and afterward they returned them to the guard room.
So just to be clear, this invasion by Shishak, that did actually happen. We have extra biblical references in Shishak's own annals.
Oh, Lawrence,
that
your
say
mic just died. Oh, your mic just went back on.
Okay.
It's just flashing. I don't know what's up.
All right.
Not like repeatedly, just, no, it's fine.
All
Okay.
right, well-
Sorry, dude, I thought I'd let you know.
All right. Well, anyways, this actually, I'm not sure if it happened 100% this way, but it did happen. Shishak did invade.
Wait, so you're telling me that for the one thing so far that is even
Provable.
possibly historically validated, that
I mean, there are a couple other things
we
like
just
some
get
king
this
names.
tiny amount of
Yeah.
information.
Yeah, they skim over it.
They skim over all the real historical events.
I mean, stuff that we can verify. It's really hard figuring some of this stuff out.
Sure.
Because there is some stuff that it's just we don't have evidence for whether or not it actually happened.
yeah.
So it's not easy. But let's continue.
Okay. As for the other events of Rehoboam's reign and all he did, are they not written in the book of the annals of the kings of Judah? There was continual warfare between Rehoboam and Jeroboam, and Rehoboam rested with his ancestors and was buried with them in the city of David. His mother's name was Naamah. She was an Ammonite, and Abijah, his son, succeeded him as king. So in my translation, it says Abijah, but I know that in most of them it says Abijam. So as another son, but in this one, the New American Standard, it says Abijah. And I also want to point out that it says there is continual warfare between Rehoboam and Jeroboam, even though in chapter 12, it tells us that God told them to behave themselves, and that's what he wanted.
Well, as we know, these people are a stiff-necked people, and
they're like,
well, they were described as that multiple times. But as we know, they don't like following the law of the Lord.
Yeah.
They hate that.
If they just would have followed the law of the Lord from the beginning, none of this would have happened.
None of it would have happened, you fucking idiots.
Way to blame game.
If we're playing the blame game, I'd be like, fuck you, God.
Yeah.
Because #blame the Bible.
Well, look out, the ceiling tile's falling on you.
Well, that's everything we had to read today. Jim, why don't you shill to the audience?
What am I doing? Shilling?
Yeah.
Shilling?
Show whatever the hell you want. That is apparently the end of the chapters today.
Oh, yeah. No, just thanks for having me on, guys. If you want to check out Atheist Republic, atheistrepublic.com, Facebook. I'm on Twitter, Jim Majors AR. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Jim.
Yes, thank you. And I don't know, did you have anything to end off on?
Nope, just a long, totally different conversation
That's
that will
the end
tangent
of the
forever.
show. The show is over. Whoop-de-doop-de-doo-de-doo.
Wow, you're really bad.
I feel like I might have had something, but then I didn't.
Ah, good.
Check out the Patreon and all of our links in the description, Teespring, stuff like that. You know, regular old shilling stuff, Facebook, Twitter.
And if you want to really support us, you could go to your local church and make an altar to us right where that big cross thing is.
Big cross thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jim, thank you for joining us. I have to find a guest for next week, but I think I might know who I'm going to get for that. But anyways, all the stuff that DB's saying, subscribe, like, share, and Patreon. And everybody, we will see you
next Sunday.